Jason and Brad draft a dinger, swinging for that big first place. Two clowns chasing their yacht life, trash talk flying all over the place. Jason and Brad draft a dinger, click picks, laughing at the risk. Two fools banking on a boat trip, one shot, two mics, same wish. Their reach was brutal. Yeah, your last pick hurt worse. One eye on the player queue, one eye on the purse. Take the vet, nah, take the rookie. Your board's cooked, your takes stink, but if that prize hits their wallet, they'll be waving from the deck with a drink. Cheers. Jason and Brad draft a dinger, swinging for that big first place. Two clowns chasing their yacht life, trash talk flying all over the place. Jason and Brad draft a dinger, click picks, laughing at the risk. Two fools banking on a boat trip, one shot, two mics, same wish.
Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us on the Stacking Dingers channel for another wonderful and fun installment of Jason and Brad Draft a Dinger. My name is Jason, aka Woo Woo J Train, joined by my friend and co-host Brad at BRDMC3. Brad, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing just fine. Just have the WBC on in the background. It's nice to have. I know spring training's baseball, but it's nice to have like competitive baseball going on.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like it was a gorgeous day here today, nice and breezy. It had like all the windows in my house open. I had baseball on the TV, just hanging out with the family. And it was just one of those, like, you just breathe in like a huge breath of fresh air. Like, okay, winter, I think, is hopefully over for good. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. We'll see. I don't know about you guys up in the north, but at least down here in the south, we should hopefully be good. But yeah, it was just like I can't believe we're finally here, and we are barreling. We're only 3 weeks away, less than, from opening day. And I've got a few dingers to do. So
Yeah.
how many have you done so far?
I think after doing this one tonight, I'll have done 90. So
Okay.
I believe I'm at 89 right now. So,
So-
what about you?
This will be my 75th, so I'll be halfway through today. I've been very intentional about kind of slowing down a little bit. I feel like this time last year I had like 130 done.
Yeah.
More than I probably should have, because I want some time to react to news. It'll be one of these days I'll have to just knock out like 15 drafts in a day somehow, just like sequester myself and do 4 at once type of thing. But I'd rather have healthy teams than just hoping for the best, which based on the players I draft, it's probably a good strategy. So
Yeah, I personally actually took off the week of opening day, so I'm gonna be drafting a lot then, and kind of just I'm gonna go to. I think I may go to opening day as well, so
Cool.
just kind of looking forward to it.
Awesome.
So
Yeah, I take opening day off every year. Just I make the most gigantic, obscene plate of nachos anyone should ever eat in one sitting. And then I have to wait 3 more hours for games to start because they don't start until 3, which I don't even want to get started on a rant about how late we're starting opening day games. But anyway,
yeah, I think yeah, that's
what's
good.
so the Astros open at home. I haven't really looked at the schedule.
Honestly, I haven't even checked. I said that, and then I'm like, well, I don't even know if they open at home. I am actually going. I was talking to Sheep before this. On Tuesday, I'm going to see the USA play Italy. And then on Saturday, I'm going to see, I guess it's like the first round. So if USA wins the pool, they'll be playing the runner-up of Pool A. So I get to go check out some of the WBC games. I'm excited about that. And then my friend invited me to the first big weekend games in Houston, but I don't remember if that's opening day or not, or if it's the next weekend. So I'll find that out as we get there.
Have you been to any of the WBC games before?
I have not. No. And by the way, they're playing the Angels on opening day in Houston. So,
see Mike Trout on opening day. How lucky.
Yeah, exactly. No, I've never been to the WBC, but just watching it, yesterday, I think it was yesterday with the Caminero home run and just some of the some of the intensity and the watching, what is his name, Lucas Ramirez, Manny's son. I think he was playing the USA yesterday, and today he threw a guy out at home, and that 17-year-old that went up with the judge with the bases loaded and got the double
Oh,
play
yeah.
yesterday. That
Yeah,
was
that was
pretty cool. So
Yeah.
I mean, there's just all sorts of um, um, there's all sorts of exciting things going on right now. So
Well, you and I are going to be doing something pretty fun tonight. And guys, if you want to draft with us, go ahead and hop in a draft. I am already in one. Brad is in with me, and I'm going to pull it up here. We were waiting for one to fill up before this, so we have a completely empty lobby for the
yeah,
viewers to join. So hop in. We only need 5 more. This is so cool to be able to fill a room like this and draft with people who are watching the show. So we're going to try something a little fun tonight. So Brad and I are actually going to attempt to draft a team like we're the other person. So obviously contest integrity is the most important thing here. So we're not going to do anything stupid, right? We're not trying to get banned. Okay. But, I have to draft a probably terrible team because I'm drafting Brad. And then he's got to draft guys who will be on the injured list by May 8th. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a good time tonight.
yeah. I mean, I did my research. You sent me over your top picks, and I made an Excel document with all those players, and I highlighted the injury prone ones and put the rounds. And I can't wait to draft literally the worst team I'll ever draft all season.
You highlighted the injury prone ones. That's got to be
Yeah.
a real colorful spreadsheet, man.
Yeah. I got them highlighted. Let me just say there's quite a bit. I think I'm going to be able to do fine and making sure I get some of those guys. And I mean, honestly, I'm actually just going to approach it and legit. I'm going to try to build a team that is competitive, which will be hard, but take some guys I don't always take that you're on and have some fun with it. So I'm looking forward to it, and I think it's going to be a fun little draft.
Yeah, I'm excited to do this. So we only need one more person. Excuse me, sorry. Had a frog in my throat there for a minute. So we can get one more person to join in. We'll get this show on the road. But
yeah,
do you have any? I know you're talking about watching the WBC games. Do you have any player rooting interests or guys that you're kind of targeting that you hope kind of sucks? You can get more of them. Like, are you watching it? Kind of with that stuff in mind, or are you just watching it to just have a good time?
I think I'm watching it just to have a good time. I mean, like anybody, you react to news or highlights or whatever it is. And I mean, I think I saw today, I think I retweeted it, but Zone hit a home run off a lefty. And I'm like, oh, yay, let's play him against lefties every day. But yeah, I mean, overall, I'm trying to just keep my composure about it all and not overreact like we talked about. I think we talked about that very first show we did on Stacking Dingers, like not overreacting to the news and the things that happen. So,
we've got the board up here. So Sam Olson got the 101. I think we could probably just stop the stream at this point. That's not good. But you have to draft like me from the 2 hole. So that's going to be really interesting to watch. We've got TK in here, and I don't recognize any of these other names just from the chat. But if you're here, if you're in the chat and you're here drafting with us, thank you guys so much for hopping in and spending a Saturday evening with us. This is going to be a good one.
Yeah, let us know your username if you're in here.
Yes, please do. There you go. Always open. Yeah, thank you. You messaged. Well, you replied to one of our comments. Because it sounded like you wanted to get in one of these. So I'm glad you're in. This is awesome. Brad, you're up. What are we doing? Judge?
Yep. Unfortunately, this is my third or second share of Judge. So I'm going to have to draft like you for one of my 2 shares of Judge.
Sweet. Congratulations.
We also got Frank in here. He says he's first time in here. Nice to have you, Frank.
Frank, yes, this is awesome. Thank you for coming. I am up with the 8th pick. I was kind of hoping Tucker would fall, but I'm gonna keep loading up on Fernando Tatis. I really struggle with whether to grab J Rod or Tatis in that spot. Do you have kind of a preference between those two guys?
I definitely have more. I have more J-Rod. I mean, I have more Tatis, but I'm actually kind of slowly trying to reverse that into J-Rod.
Okay.
I've always been a big Tatis guy, but I don't know. I just feel like maybe his ceiling's capped. And I feel like J-Rod may have a little bit more ceiling left. I mean,
Yeah,
that's just looking at it.
I think for a minute there, I was more J Rod than Tatis. So I'm honestly, if I can, I'm thinking I'm probably going to wind up with basically the same percent of those two. Tatis is always a fun click just from a stacking perspective. It's really, really easy to stack him with Merrill and Machado. It's so easy that I have done it probably way too many times and need to back off a little bit. Um, but in this spot, I'm trying to get more Nick Kurtz. I think I'm gonna start with Tatis and Kurtz here. I have a lot of Tatis and James Wood pairings too, so I need to differentiate a little bit.
Yeah, no, I was noticing that when I was kind of researching the guys you have, and Wood is somebody that I'm fairly off of that I'm hoping drops to me, but I doubt that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Where I can get somebody.
Wow, a Roman Anthony at 18 already.
Nice.
James Wood is just like, he just feels like a guy who's really built for this format where, like, yeah, he might strike out 35% of the time and give you some bad weeks, but his good weeks are probably going to be insane.
Oh, yeah.
I was really, really in on him early. I'm trying to back off a little bit because I don't want to be like 20+% on him, but I would probably like to end up, 12%, 15%, something like that. So you're up with Judge as the start. Are you going to do I can't wait to see what you do here.
Well, I'm trying to think like you, and I don't know if I should go double pitcher or just go with the normal guy you take in Langford. Um,
I think you know the right answer.
I think I'm gonna try Wyatt. I don't know if that's the right
Wyatt.
answer, but
It's Wyatt. Wyatt's the right answer. Yep. I was hoping I was going to be in a position to draft him because, you like to target your large bicep individuals, and he definitely qualifies. So,
oh yeah, he is. He is. It's nice having Sam in here. I always watch Sam when he drafts and kind of see what he does because he's somebody that year after year, especially. I mean, not only in everything, but see there he goes with double pitcher. But also just in general, I mean, the guy's just very. I don't know. He just drafts really well, especially in baseball. So
yeah, he's oh wow, and you went down for Caminero at 26. Interesting.
I know. Well, I'm looking at my sheet and I'm just looking at what you do. So that's what I'm doing.
Alrighty then. Yeah, I do have quite a bit of Caminero. We keep talking about his like home road splits last year, but I mean, the guy is he's just freaking awesome. And I'm choosing not to buy into that too much. I'm just kind of looking at how he's projecting and saying, okay, I'm just gonna ride with him a little bit this year.
Oh yeah, no, I like him. I mean, I don't know if you've looked at the exit velocities he's had in the WBC, but it keeps popping up on my Twitter. He's had like 10 straight 108+ mile an hour hits. I don't know if they're just showing the hits. He's either like 10 for 10 or all he's done is get a hit so far in the WBC. So, but he's crushing the ball, and I don't know that the park really is going to stop the guy. So
yeah, I don't know that it is either. I mean, just one more year of experience under his belt, like you would think he's just going to keep getting better and better. One of the most exciting players in the league right now. I went there with Jackson Merrill there. I know that you started out at least really, really hot on him. I'm not sure if you backed off or whatever, but I have a plan, so I'm gonna execute it.
Well, you're already failing acting like me because you have a plan. So
That's true. That's true. I
that's
forgot. I need to just wing it and hope for the best and see what
exactly
happens.
what you
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
And
That'd be
literally
bad.
just like search for, videos of people hitting balls shirtless and stuff. That's all we really
That's my
do.
guy
So.
now. That's my guy.
um, I was gonna bring up something. Well, I'll talk about it here in a little bit as we get down. There's been some guys that have really, really risen recently from spring training. I kind of just wanted to get your thoughts on that. One of them, in particular, is a guy that you draft a lot of, and he's not till later on. But what are your thoughts on like the? I guess I'll just say in particular the two Reds that are just flying up the draft board, Sal Stewart and Matt McClain.
So I was getting to Stewart quite a bit. In like I was chasing him up the board a little bit. I haven't really been getting there much lately. Matt McClain, honestly, I don't know if I've clicked him
Okay.
at all. Like if I have, it's been very sparingly. So I'm going to go ahead and take Taylor Ward here. I'm not 100% sure if that's what you would do, but I think it's the right thing to do. So I'm just going to do that. TK dropping in the chat, Marte above them both. Yeah, that Noel V. Marte, I assume is who he's talking about there. I started, I was drafting him quite a bit in the bullpen and then backed off. And it's actually genuinely hilarious to look at his ADP in the eliminator contests because he's an outfielder. Noel V. Marte is an outfielder in that contest, and his ADP is like 160. And in the dinger, like, does he ever get drafted? Like, it's pretty rare that he gets drafted, I think, as an infielder in this quote slate. So I find that very, very interesting. You're on the clock.
Yeah. So
like me.
Yes, I am. I have this figured out. Trust me. I'm literally lining it all up.
So you do have a plan. You have a plan, is what you're saying.
Yes, I have a plan.
Okay.
The only problem with your plan typically, as I realized as I was going through what you do, you literally hate pitchers, and it sounds like I'm gonna have to pick some shitty pitchers at the very end.
What do you mean? I hate pitchers.
I don't know. Your first pitcher that shows up on this is Logan Gilbert, and then Max Fried, and those are the only two pitchers in the top 100 that you take. So, needless to say, it's going to be hard to catch up. Well, and now I'm in a big dilemma because the guy I have to give, I don't think he's going to make it back to me. God damn.
I mean, there's an infielder that you should take here if you're driving with me. Yeah.
Well, right. Yeah, that's who I'm thinking.
Yeah, him or Austin Riley.
Riley, yeah.
Have quite a bit of those guys right now.
And honestly, I probably should have done Riley, but I have a lot of Neto as well. So he's somebody I really like. And when you took Ward, I was going to kind of comment on that. That's one of my favorite outfielders. I think he's probably in my top 5 on outfield right now.
Yeah.
I just like the new park and the team. And do you think the Orioles are this was on Spencer's stream last night. And do you think the Orioles are good? Because I do, but somebody posed the question, and I'm like, I don't. Am I just dumb, or they should be really good, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I definitely think so. Let's see. What would Brad do here? Would he take the dip on Yamamoto?
No, I've never drafted Yamamoto.
I don't think so.
I'd take a pitcher though, probably.
I'm gonna go Wu. I think Wu is the guy you would choose in this spot. Am I correct?
Probably so. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's him or Reagan's. Him or Reagan's.
Yeah.
Or Cease, but that Cease you can get on the comeback. So.
I honestly like just not, just kind of deflecting off of kind of what we're trying to do here. I actually did think about Yamamoto there because I'm a little interested if he keeps falling. He's just very, very good. I don't know how much more ceiling there is, honestly. And with it being the Dodgers, like there's huge question marks about each pitcher's workload. But I mean, ultimately, like almost always have like an injured pitcher or two, and they wind up going to 5-man anyway. So I don't know. I'm struggling with Yamamoto a little bit as he keeps dropping, because correct me if I'm wrong, it feels like he's been dropping like lately,
I,
especially.
I don't notice, but this draft he's hella dropping, and I mean, I don't know how many people are in this with us, but if he comes back around, you should grab him, like no doubt.
Yeah,
But I can't imagine he's going to fall back down to you.
no,
Okay,
there's
there he
no way.
goes.
Yeah,
There he goes.
got autoed. So
Yeah. So I was like, that drop right there is plenty for me to say go after him. I talked to. Did you get the chance to listen at all to Spencer and I on the pitcher podcast the other day?
I have not, unfortunately, no.
Okay, well, thank you. You're so supportive of me.
I listen, man. I don't have an excuse, so go ahead and say what you're going to say.
No, it was just we got talking a little bit on like just draft game theory. Like I don't know if it's game theory, but how he and I approach the drafts, and we're kind of similar. And I think you may be a little bit different, but like I really, really, really like to have my 7 pitchers locked up by basically like Jose Soriano. I don't really like to be playing around at the very end. I mean 6 or 7, but I just think there's so many question marks down there. And trust me, I do it. Go ahead, I'll let you make your pick real quick.
Yeah, I was really hoping Gilbert would fall there so we could stack pitchers. But I'm gonna pick a hometown boy there for you. I'm gonna
There you
go ahead.
go. I like him.
Juve. There you go.
I like that one.
One of your Astros. Jack Kaggs going at 66.
I saw him go at 62 last night. So
I'm out.
he's steamed up. So and there goes your guy that I had to get, and I didn't
yeah,
get. And I should have just jumped it. But
like the betting odds of you drafting Mike Trout if he fell to you, got to be at least like minus 30,000, right? Like that's I mean, just an absolute lock button pick for you if you.
Yeah, there was nobody else I was going to touch. I mean, I almost drafted him on the one before, but I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to do it just in case somebody lets him come to me.
Well,
but
and
it didn't happen.
Truthfully, I like doing what you were setting up there. I like doing the Neto Trout stack and then filling in a little bit later with like a Soler or something like that. You're on the clock right now.
Yeah, what round are we on? We're on 6. I think everybody that you kind of really play with is gone. So I'm just going to go ahead and get a pitcher.
For what it's worth, I've been getting to more Cease lately. So
okay.
Yeah. The other one would have been Willy Adames there.
Okay.
I've got quite a bit of him. I don't know, honestly, that I basically took a week and a half hiatus from drafting the Dinger to just jam as many little elims as I could. And I know I've got a lot of Adames in that contest.
Yeah, he didn't pop up on anything I saw, but I did see Chapman as I think he's your highest owned infielder, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he feels nice and safe. I do like stacking the Giants too, which sounds like an insane sequence of words to say because their park isn't exactly great. But I think Adames is a little too cheap. Chapman's definitely too cheap.
You like Ramos?
I do. I'm a big Helio Ramos fan.
Are you drafting Eldridge?
A little bit. With how much of San Francisco I've drafted, I should probably get a little bit more Eldridge in just to enjoy some fun. So I'll be coming up here. Let's recap the team real quick. I've got a 1-1-4 build. So I've got Brian Wu, Nick Kurtz, Fernando Tatis, Jackson Merrill, Taylor Ward, and Jose Altuve. So I've got some stuff I'm setting up here.
Here's where I'm usually thinking right now is I'm trying to get my pitchers and outfield filled up.
Yeah. The pitcher play here is Luzardo, in my opinion.
Yeah.
His start upside, I think, is higher than Fried and Valdez, but those two are extremely consistent. Like, you pretty much know what you're getting out of those two guys. Like Max Fried's going to give you 1,100 to 1,150 probably in a healthy season, and then Framber not too far behind, probably targeting 1,100 might be his upside, but like that's a really interesting range of pitcher actually, because you've got Luzardo, you've got Fried, you've got DeGrom, and you've got Valdez. So two really consistent options, one very inconsistent with high upside in Luzardo, and then Jacob deGrom, who's, I mean, I don't think it's controversial to say he's one of the best pitchers we've seen in the last 20 years,
Oh
but
yeah.
can't stay healthy, and is age finally going to catch up to him? Do you have much deGrom? Or are you targeting?
I targeted it. I've targeted more early on, kind of in the bullpen. I've kind of fallen off lately. I don't really, I still like pretty much all the Texas guys. But he's not. I'm drafting a lot more of like Gore and a lot more lighter than him.
Okay.
He's just, you know, he's great. He was finally healthy. I don't think we're necessarily paying a super premium for him, but maybe we're just thinking he's going to stay healthy. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. Him
Okay.
and Sale, but if they're healthy, they're both going to be great.
Yeah. I am. Let's see. What should I do here? I don't care if it's what you do. I'm still a Spencer Strider believer, and I was extremely excited to see his velocity tick up a little bit in his most recent start. I feel like if he does that again, if he comes out and his velocity is, higher or ticks up again and he looks really, really good, this is the last time we're getting him around 90. I think people will be backing on him if they see his velocity come back.
Yeah, I mean, I think he has to kind of pin it together with an actual good start, because I think he still got kind of smashed, even though he threw it 96. But I agree. I don't have any of them, so I would like to say when this team fails, that's probably why, because you drafted him. But we'll see.
Well, you also yelled at me for not liking pitchers, so I'm just drafting pitchers because apparently that's what you do. So
it is. So this is another guy that I've kind of fallen off over time, but it's just because I'm drafting a certain way, so I'm trying to go away from that. But I know you like him, Michael Bush. I think he's a great pick. It's not a lack of like; it's just a different thing than I'm typically doing in this range.
What are you doing in this range typically?
Well, like I said, I'm probably right now is where I'm shoring up my pitchers.
Okay.
I'm really, really honing down on that. I think this 100 to 140 range is just really a range to maybe get one outfielder and then also just hammer pitchers. And then there's always inevitably somebody in this range that's an infielder that drops like 20 rounds. I mean, not 20 rounds, but 20 picks. It's a lot of times it's one of the Cubs guys. It's a lot of times it's Goodman. It just depends. And they'll drop 20 picks probably, and I can get them on the comeback. So that's a lot of times what I'm doing. And if I need an outfielder, because I'd like to be at 5 at least, I have a lot of Varsho, a lot of Willow Bray, somebody I love. Just different guys. I think there's a lot in this on the shoring up your pitchers and outfielders here.
I'm having a really hard time getting to Dalton Varsho at this price. Like he just keeps climbing and climbing and climbing. And I think there's going to be a certain point where I'm just like, I'm out. And if he hurts me, he hurts me. I don't know that I'm going to get killed by Dalton Varsho at like ADP 95. This is 100% a Brad, not Jason pick, but I'm going to draft Sonny Gray here.
There you
go. An aging pitcher going to, a worse ballpark in a division with better hitting seems like the perfect guy to draft in that spot.
Well, that is a very great point, and that's why I started slowing down, because I never put that in perspective until I think maybe somebody said that to me about a week ago. And I was like, well, yeah, maybe this wasn't the smartest idea. So
I've never really been, a Sonny Gray guy. I mean, the dude's been about as consistent as can be with like this type of format. I mean, 3 straight seasons, 1063, 1030, 1032. Like,
which you'd be happy with that, I think.
Yeah, and at this price, like typically I'm targeting like literally I think that's the first. Yes, but I think that's the first time I've clicked him. Because I'd rather have Bradish, and he's terrifying with the health thing, but I just think he's got electric stuff. Yuri Perez is like one of my favorite picks on the entire board, basically. So, So yeah, he just Sonny Gray drafting a team that Brad would draft. Another thing like that kind of makes me happy we're doing something like this is it does kind of get me a little bit out of my comfort zone because it's not like we're drafting the same guys, necessarily.
No, we have a lot of similarities, but there's a lot of different philosophies that both of us go by too.
Yeah. And I've got, yes, I've got a 4-1-4 build, which definitely does not feel remotely close to optimal. But like I said, I have a plan, Brad. I know how I'm going to execute this draft. So if you're meeting Brad for the first time, you're going to find out the man loves a good stack. So we're going to go ahead and draft old Shea Langoliers here to stack with Nick Kurtz. So
Nice.
right now I've got 2 San Diego outfielders, then I've got 2 A's infielders. So I'm excited to finish some stacking, not necessarily with just those 2 teams, but
Oh yeah.
It's going to be a fun last couple rounds, I think.
No, I think so for sure. I'm hoping that. Oh, he already got picked. Never mind.
What, Yuri?
Right. Yeah, I was trying
Yeah.
to get Yuri for you, but that was kind of my next target. Let's see.
After you get around the turn here, we'll take a look at your team and just recap what you've got going on. Michael King was the correct pick there. Good job. I'm proud of you. Well done. Well done.
Yeah.
Don't
Not-
yeah me. What are
yeah,
you talking about? Michael
yeah.
King is awesome. There should be much more enthusiasm than
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I see you have Hunter Green still up there. Are you taking him or no?
Oh no.
Okay.
No, I just have
Gotcha.
I just have it sorted by ADP. I don't have
Okay.
any ranks or anything in here.
Let's see. I don't do a lot of this, and it's not necessarily that you do, but it's setting up for maybe some stuff you do later.
Yeah, Britton Doyle feels like I don't feel super inspired by him, but it feels like a solid, 4th or 5th outfield option in the 120s. Like I could definitely get behind that. Your team, just to recap, you've got a 3-3-5 build. So your pitchers are Cease, Ryan, and King. And then the infielders, Caminero, Neto, and Michael Bush. And then the outfield is Judge, Wyatt, Buxton, Adele, and Brenton Doyle. Since you're drafting like me, it looks like a really awesome team. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Do you think it does kind of look like something you'd be doing?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it definitely is in the ballpark for sure. No pun intended. I would love to draft Jeremy Pena here, but he's basically not touchable.
You think so? I didn't see any more news.
The fractured finger thing just has me
really
scared. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I'd get a discount on them if you're scared of them, but
I truly didn't know what to do here, so I'm just taking Murakami because I'm gonna do what I want to do. So
yeah, that's more of a you pick that you talked me into that now I've fallen out of because all he can do is hit him in the ground. So
you know what? I don't have anything else to say. I'm spinning my wheels here. Yeah, I mean Murakami, like it could go really, really badly. I know that. I have really backed off of him quite a bit lately. Like I was drafting a ton of him. Yeah, a ton early and really chose to back off. So
I don't necessarily think he's a bad pick. We had Hunter Green go there to Willie. I don't think he's necessarily a bad pick. I just there's Dan.
What's up, Dan? How you doing, man?
What's up, Dan? Anyways, I don't think he's a bad pick. It's just I don't know. I think I went a little bit too heavy on him for a while with how much he strikes out. And I'm just a little bit worried about it, I guess.
Yeah, I've found myself really trying to flatten out exposures a little bit. And so I think with him, like I'll probably wind up, I don't know, I say what I'll probably do and then things happen and I wind up wherever I wind up. But I could see myself in like the 20s or something on him. Nothing too wild.
Yeah. He's got some upside for sure. What are you thinking here?
Do you still believe Jeremy Pena is going to play like opening day?
I don't know if he'll play opening day, but I think he's going to be back within 4 weeks. I don't think he's going to be out longer than that.
Okay. I feel
I,
like
I
Wilson
would.
Contreras is a guy that you would maybe pick
Yeah.
up
No,
particularly.
I love Wilson, and honestly, it's probably more of what I would have done here, that or possibly a pitcher, but maybe an outfielder because you're sitting at 4. But honestly, on Pena, I'm probably hoping for a little bit more of a discount right now because I think that was still kind of near ADP. So he drops another, I guess, back to you again. It would have made sense, but he already got picked up. So
Yeah, I think I got him. I'd have to look at a draft I did in the last couple of days, but I feel like I got him like 160 or something
I got him
recently.
at like 155 last night, and
Yeah,
I'm perfectly fine with that.
yeah, I'd be willing to take a stab because I mean, even if well, it is Houston. I mean, Kyle Tucker bruised his shin, was out for like 3 months. So
Well, that's the thing, and I posted that on Twitter. I'm like, I mean, we'll probably find out he's had his arm amputated or something. And
probably.
I mean, that's just the way they do their news. So I drafted Hunter Goodman there, which is kind of why I got Doyle in the beginning because I wanted to pull a stack together. I wasn't sure he was going to come back to me, but I know you're a big Goodman guy, or at least you have been, and that's
Yeah,
kind of why I grabbed him.
and the Goodman thing for me, I like his power. I like his playing time. He's also just in a range of guys that I don't really want anything to do with. Like,
And here's a U
I'm
pick,
not.
by the way.
Oh yeah. Brandon Woodruff was the not even correct pick as if you're drafting as me. It was just the right pick to make.
It was the only
He's
pick,
gonna
yeah.
be he's gonna be healthy. He's gonna be healthy. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's probably not. Anyway, I don't really like much in this range where Hunter Goodman is, and he's just always there. Like, I'm never clicking Sal Frelick at 150. I don't like you Savage being, kind of eased in. And we've got our dear friend Sheep Hello over here saying he pitched today. So is there
That's part of the
is
reason
there
that's part of the reason I grabbed him is because I clicked on him and I was like, he started. So I was like, okay, let's do it.
I was hoping to like read a blurb and it was like, yeah, he's definitely getting Cy Young votes this year, but
No.
there's no
I think it was
here.
just enough of a blurb for me to grab him.
All right. Another absolute Brad, never Jason pick, Marcus Semien. Come on down, my friend.
He is
There he is.
I got to say that you have fallen behind on outfield, and I'm very disappointed.
Don't worry, Brad.
I know this is where you say you have a plan, but this is where I feel like you don't have a plan.
Listen, starting Tatis, Merrill, Ward, and Altuve, I'm fine.
There's 2 guys you could end the draft with that would make sense. We'll see.
I'm aware. I'm aware.
Okay.
I'm well damn aware.
We'll see.
Don't worry. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, Brad. I have. Let me be perfectly clear. I have clicked Semien a couple of times.
Yep.
But I need you to sell me on him. Sell me on Marcus Semien. Go.
He played on Rangers Park. Okay. I don't know how much this matter. Him and Seager hated each other. That was not going well. He played, honestly, for a pretty weak team last year. That was the 3rd worst hitting ballpark. He's, I would say, upgraded in the lineup, even with Alonso gone. I still think the Mets lineup is probably better than the Rangers lineup, at least the top 5. And if you look at the last 2 months of the season, he was exactly the same he's always been. Literally, he didn't have any fall off. He's just textbook. I don't know. I'd be shocked if he doesn't get 1,200 points. Honestly, I'd be absolutely shocked. So I don't know if that's enough to sell you, but he's got more in the tank, I think.
Okay. Trying to figure out what I want to do here. I think. I'm just gonna grab another outfielder. don't know if you have much Jordan Beck, if any, but I do need to not have, 4 outfielders in round 19. So I think so there's a few outfield picks that are like actually interesting for the Rockies. So there's Doyle, Beck, Castro, and Mickey Moniak.
I
Yeah.
like Moniak the best. I mean, that's who I grab the most of is Moniak.
Is he going to play every day?
I think so, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I don't see why not. I think he's the most, honestly, even if you go all the way up to Doyle, hang on, I got to make a pick. So do I just go all out Jason, or do I try to be competitive?
Wow. That
Oh,
was insulting.
I think I'm going to go all out Jason.
Listen, taking a high upside arm and Tyler Glass now you got to know what the next pick has to be, right?
Well,
I mean,
do I keep up the stack or do I go with who you want me to draft?
what if the answer to the question is the same answer? Does that make sense? Did I just say
They're the
words
same
that make
person?
sense? Yeah, there you go.
Okay. See, I thought you'd want me to take Okamoto here. Oh, and he got taken, Tovar.
Boo,
So-
Sam Olsen.
Oh, do you draft any Walner? Hang on. No, I have a 6th outfielder I'm going to get later. I'm going to go ahead and take Okamoto.
There you go.
And
Attaboy.
I saw he's a guy you have a lot of. He's somebody that I draft, but I've kind of he's got so much steam that I don't really hit him a bunch anymore.
I
I don't
will
know if
say
your
I've
stuff's early on. Is that what it was?
Yeah. A lot of my exposure is more early. Now, it doesn't mean I'm, going to stop taking them, but I have backed off a little bit lately. He's another guy that like I'm going to be perfectly fine being like 15, 18, maybe 20% on. But at one point I was at like 35% or something crazy. I was like, yeah, I need to probably pump the brakes here. So, I'm about to be on the clock, and I will say while I'm making this pick, let's keep the heavy stacking going. I don't know that you're clicking Jacob Wilson very often, but you love a good stack, and so I'm just going to stack A's and fielders and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean he's not somebody I hit, but I do like to stack, and I understand that. So I think that's a perfectly fine reason, especially in this spot of the draft.
Yep.
So
real quick, just housekeeping. If you're here watching us live, thank you guys for hopping in on a Saturday evening. There's WBC stuff going on. There's college basketball, all that fun stuff. We appreciate you taking some time out of your weekend to come hang out with us, come draft with us. Please, if you can, if you're watching right now, take a second, drop a like on the video, please. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and consider becoming a member of the Stacking Dingers channel to support these guys. Sheep and Billy do a really, really good job of giving us actionable information. And then Brad and I come on and do the opposite, but they do a great job with this channel. We want to support them. So if nothing else, like, subscribe, but think about a membership. If you become a member, you actually get access to a Discord channel where we just kind of yuck it up and talk draft strategy and stuff like that. So, remember that's a little side benefit of becoming a member. So just make sure to support these guys if you can. They do.
I think you can become a member. I think it's like $3.99 for the membership.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And then they've got a super stacker tier as well that, no additional benefits necessarily, but you get a nice little shout out. And, if nothing else, it's just another way, a better way to support these guys. So, give them a shot. Let's see. What would you do here? I honestly don't know what I need for this. I think I'm going to take a picture.
Somebody took Jack Leiter already? Yeah, somebody took Jack Leiter. That's
which sucks because that's definitely what I was going to do. I feel like this range, you're just looking for some innings, right? You're not necessarily looking for upside. So that was the kind of the thesis behind the Drew Rasmussen play. I know the the Rays kind of slow played him a little bit last year, but I don't think they're going to do that this year.
Yeah, I mean, he would be one of the two guys I like best in that range you were kind of at. So he's kind of, him or the guy I'm possibly going to take when it gets to me. So, and I think it's a guy you like as well. So, coming up here in a minute, but yeah, I mean, I do just want to comment on one thing again, real quick. It's not a big deal, but like, I can't even South Stewart. I mean, I use Easy's rinks, and I can't even like get to where South Stewart's on my page before the guy's gone. Like he's always gone early. It's like it's the same thing with Jack Caglione. I mean, I just by the time I think I want him, I'm like, oh, he was picked 2 rounds ago.
Yeah, the steam on South Stewart has
got at a high level.
Crazy. Yeah. I still want to draft him a little bit because I think he could be really fun, really exciting. Jorge Soriano there at 191 is interesting. I wasn't on him early, but then like everything I see is good. His projections look good. Easy stuff likes him. So I've been loading up on Jose Soriano. The innings are going to be there. It's just a matter of him like putting it all together and flashing some upside. Just kind of betting that this is the year he does it.
No, yeah, and I like him too. That's part of the reason I grabbed him. I'm drafting a ton of him as well. I just saw him blurred.
You are up, by the way. Just
I know. I was going to draft somebody, and I don't know what happened, but I dropped a guy both of us like, but there was something that he got scratched today, and nobody really has any reason.
He's probably fine. I wouldn't worry about it.
Well, and that's why I drafted him, because you wouldn't care. So
yeah, exactly. Fractured arm. He'll be back in July. It's fine. He'll be back when you need him. Okay, you just gotta sneak him through. TK11 with a Mike Yastrzemski pick here. I do,
I like that.
I haven't drafted him at all, and I'm probably not going to, but he's got to be a little bit more secure with Profar getting.
Yeah, I mean, I think people. First off, Profar is going to play DH. I don't know that the news really changes much for Yaz. I think Yaz is a good pick, but he's still a platoon bat. I think what that does, I think probably the biggest beneficiary is Drake Baldwin and Sean Murphy. Simply because I think Drake Baldwin's going to play every single day now. I don't think he'll sit at all.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, I need to keep – I've done it a little bit. He probably needs to go 2 rounds earlier. Just with who did you get there? Chris Bassett? I thought you were going to actually take somebody good.
No. No, I'm not letting you get away with that. I picked Chris Bassett because I'm not going to let you get away with how much you loved old pitchers last year. Okay. And he fits the bill. All right. So
he does, but that outfielder you had that went away, I don't know if somebody else took him. But
I'm just going to hope nobody saw it, and then we'll see what happens. But I was just scrolling and I saw an old pitcher and I was like, oh, that's gotta be the play here.
Yeah, no, I mean, if I'm still drafting a pitcher at that point, that's the play. And there's the guy I wanted to get for you, and he's gone. So now I got to draft another crappy outfielder that you like. So I'm going to have to figure this one out.
Do I like another crappy outfielder after?
I have Mr. Josh Lowe, but I think that's just wasting money. So I think I'm going to go with the one you and I have been talking about yesterday. That I showed you. I had the guts to do it.
I'm really excited for.
And I think I may make him. No, I'm not the last pick, because what's that like? When you're the last pick of the draft, can't think of the word. Not Mr. Perfect, but
Mr. Irrelevant.
Mr. Irrelevant. That's. He's going to be Mr. Number 2 Irrelevant.
Listen, if there's a Mr. Irrelevant, he's the guy. Yeah. Jordan Walker fell to me, so let's wrap up the outfield. We'll see. You kind of like to do these funky builds, and I don't have one of those, but I feel like doing a 6-7-7 build when it really should be, a 7-7-6 or something like that is a Brad move to do here. So I'm gonna see how the draft goes. This outfield, I don't really particularly love it. The first 4 need to just really carry the weight. I don't know, man. Jordan Walker, I keep seeing like some steam here, and then he hits the ball into the ground again, and then people are like, but what if? And then he hits the ball harder into the ground. I'm just like, all right, I don't know, man. But 18th round final outfielder, like let's take a 22-year-old, huge prospect and hope he can actually figure it out.
No, yeah. I mean, I'm looking at your team and I'm thinking, I guess if you and I like drafted a team together, I mean, I'm not going to say we would just get last because your team is absolute hot trash.
It's not hot trash, okay? It's not hot trash. All right. You yelled at me. You yelled at me for hating pitchers because you draft a bunch of early pitchers, and so that's what I did. I took 4 pitchers early, which cost my, infield and outfield. And I'm gonna wrap this up, and you're gonna think, oh, maybe I shouldn't have criticized Jason's now awesome team.
Well, I think my team is actually pretty competitive, and we're probably going to win this. But
well, it's because you drafted like me. So I mean,
no, I just put my spin on it, and I understand what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's go ahead and keep backtracking. There we go.
I was actually thinking about it before we did this show. I was like, at the end, I'm either going to say you drafted better than me because my picks are better, or I was going to say I'm just better at compiling crap picks and putting them together than you are. So,
truth be told, I did kind of want to do a little bit of a different build than I normally do. Like I normally don't take 4 pitchers before pick, 105, let's call it, or whatever. Yeah. So, you do something like that, just makes things a little bit uncomfortable later. I am going to star Miguel Vargas just in case.
Hey, while you're looking at that, I'm going to say, I don't know. Can anybody tell me in the chat what happened in the game? Because USA is up 5-1, and I did not see at all what happened. So I'm just kind of curious if anybody knows. That'd be great.
Aaron Judge hit a 5-run home run. I bet.
Damn.
He hit a ball so crazy. Hard that they gave him an extra run.
He hit the train.
Yeah.
Nice.
He hit a Pujols off of Brad Lidge level home run.
Nice.
That gave an extra run. That's what.
Nice.
Did I just give you nightmare flashbacks?
No. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Right.
Schwarber 2-run pass ball gunner, 3 RBI double. Okay. Nice. Well,
WBC is so fun. This is going to be a 6-7-7 build. I feel like the pitching staff, as much capital as I invested early, I just like if I'm not right, the team.
If Strider ends up being Strider, the team has a good chance of being good. If he doesn't, then the team probably sucks, and that's on you because I never draft Strider. So, I mean,
the team doesn't. A team wouldn't just suck because of Strider. So.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I'm drafting a baller team actually.
I'm telling you, man, all you got to do is think like me, and then you just draft absolute bangers. All right, here you go, my friend. Dominate Ken Zone.
There you go. I like that one.
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I made fun of you a couple of weeks ago when you started drafting him, and then and then
you saw him at a bomb today, and you're like, wow, 137 WRC plus. This guy is going to play against lefties, and Victor Robles sucks.
Well, we know, dude, the fact that Victor Robles keeps getting player time is just absolutely astonishing to me.
I don't know. If it's like the same thing with Manzardo, it's Bush, it's Ben Rice. If these guys play against lefties, all these lefties, like if they could just all play against lefties, I feel like I'd be rich.
Yep.
And
got him. Dude, I'm so excited. I know who this last pick is going to be, and I'm just.
I know, and I'm going to talk it up once TK11 goes. If he takes it, I'm going to cry.
Yeah, well, he took Tyler O'Neill.
Okay.
In the 19th. All right, I'm gonna.
So this last pick goes out to you because I think you drafted him 2 years in a row, and he's got hurt every single time before opening day, and this is going to be his year. And so this one's for you.
There he is, people. Garrett Mitchell. There he is. I would like to point out that Brad made the Dinger final last year because you drafted Garrett Mitchell. I just need you all to know that. Okay.
I didn't even know that actually.
The cards, we flipped the cards over in the Dinger final, and Garrett Mitchell is staring me in the face on Brad's team, and borderline tears in my eyes.
Did he even play? I don't even know if he played last year.
No.
Okay. I'm like,
I don't think he played a single inning. He didn't do anything for that team other than will it to excellence.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, he was just there as a cheerleader, like you were.
Listen, I was in the final with you, okay? But
I thought I didn't make the final, to be honest.
no, we were definitely in the Dinger final together because I remember looking up the leaderboard at your team in like 20th in like the first week.
Wow.
And then
Nice.
I can't believe you don't remember this. Were you drunk? You might have been.
Well, no, nothing. I was drinking a glass of wine.
But yeah, I was like, when I made the Dinger final, I saw that team and I was like, oh, that, like, I didn't even, there was no amount of sweat. I had no 2 starts in the first week. And I was staring at a Heston Kierstad and Luis Robert were in my outfield. Kierstad was just gone.
Oh,
And
that's the
then-
dude. I was like, who is that? That's the dude from Baltimore.
Baltimore. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Robert was on the IL. I was just like, by day 2, I'm in like second to last. Like, all right, well, I don't have a sweat, but let's root for Brad a little bit.
I will say on Mitchell that on Spencer's stream last night, he brought him up, and I don't remember if he picked him or I picked him or neither of us picked him. I don't know. I told him that I had sent you that text where I picked him yesterday after we started talking about it. And I mean, the thing is, honestly, the dude's pretty damn talented. So if he stays healthy, it makes sense. And everybody's been burnt so much, like, why not try it out? Is kind of where I'm at on it.
Yeah. Well, and you know, you're picking, you know, a final outfielder, and it's just so ugly at the end there with outfielder. It's kind of like, okay, really, what's the difference between Garrett Mitchell and Carson Bengi or whatever the hell his name is? You know what I mean? Like,
I think Garrett Mitchell's a better pick than him, to be quite honest. In my own opinion, just because we don't know if that one dude's going to make the playoffs. Are you trying to get the board up?
Yeah, I just needed to refresh the browser, and you know, I just tech issue, whatever.
Okay.
So
like, I wouldn't mind talking about our teams a little bit.
Yeah, let's
you can
recap
go through other guys' teams if you want to.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll definitely check in on. We got to see what Sam Olson did, and I know TK is in here, and our guy KU on 96 is in here too. So we'll take a look at those guys. But I had a 6-7-7 build. The pitching staff is Woo, which, I mean, you know, come on, it's a brand thing. Jesus Luzardo, Spencer Strider, Sonny Gray, Drew Rasmussen, and Chris Bassett. Infield is Nick Kurtz, Shea Langoliers, Murakami, Wilson Contreras, Marcus Simeon, Jacob Wilson, and Miguel Vargas.
I love the Miguel Vargas pick, I gotta say.
Yeah, I mean, this infield is like tragic. It's just not.
It's not one I would have really drafted outside of like Hertz and Vargas, but and Contreras, but everybody else inside there is a shit. Well, Simeon's, I don't know.
Listen,
it's the Wilson and the Murakami.
If you are right on Simeon and he turns the clock back 3 years, I'll be fine. All right. Okay. And Murakami just needs to be like Adam Dunn, and he'll be okay. So but it's not looking great. All right. The outfield: Tatis, Merrill, Taylor Ward, Jose Altuve, Jordan Beck, Jordan Walker, and Dominique Canzone. All right, Brad, let's not grade the team on how good it is, because I think I know what you're going to say and I don't want to hear it. But let's grade the team based on how Brad is this team, A through F.
I think you're going to be disappointed. Let's scroll back down. Because, I mean, are we going by players or are we going by the way it's built, or both?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both.
Okay. I'll give you just by everything it looks like and the way I think it's going to finish, it's all combined, I'll give you a C+.
All right, I appreciate that. And like, you don't have to be nice. All right, if it's a D-, just tell me it's a D-. Okay,
no, I'll give you the C's. I'll give you the C's. Here, and then go back up. I'll tell you what I like and what I don't like. Go to the top.
Okay.
So I think your pitching staff, I like that you went early. I think Strider is just dog shit. So whatever.
Yeah, I don't care what you think. So he's awesome.
And I think Bassett's kind of dog shit too. But I just, for going 6, I don't know that you have a strong enough, because I just don't trust Strider. But I guess if he comes back to what he was, it may be. So there's that. And then you go to the infield. I like the stacking you did. I don't even think you could, hand me $500 and make me draft Jacob Wilson. But, you did it. And there are some guys in there that I like, and Nick Kurtz and Wilson Contreras and Miguel Vargas and Simeon. So that I do like those 4 guys. And then in your outfield, first off, Jordan Beck is absolute trash. And everybody else I like, but I will say Jordan Walker. I mean, I know that I talk him up and I'm a goofball and shit, and he's like tied to me, and I'm gonna get people probably sending me messages for like I don't know that I owe them money, but I don't even have like 6% Jordan Walker, by the way. So just to like be clear, it's I did a lot of it in the bullpen, and he was my top owned guy, but it's not showing right now, and I do. It's very risky. I do think he's young. I'm not counting him out. If he did something like Adele did, I wouldn't be surprised. I would be happy. I'd be like, finally. But he isn't showing anything right now. And so I'm just a little bit timid. But if he works out, this team could smash. So, I mean, it's kind of all those things. I think the weak part of the thing is the infield, though. And I just, overall, like I said, I'd rate it about a C. And that goes with how I think it could finish, too. So,
Okay.
hope that doesn't hurt your feelings.
No, it doesn't. I mean, I drafted like you, so it makes sense. So if we look at your team, yeah, honestly, with the Jacob Wilson pick, it was just like, streaming and drafting a team is just hard enough to do. But then I try to like put myself in a like, what would Brad do in this situation? And I have like 22 seconds to figure that out. I'm just like, he would stack. So I saw an athletic and clicked the name.
So I think that's perfectly fine. And so let's see. I'll tell you what I did, and then I'll let you grade it. I try to put a little bit of me and a little bit of you into this. More player takes are probably given to you, and more the way the team's built is given to me.
Okay.
Because I just kind of like the structure I do, but I like, your players, I can make it work. And so I waited a little bit, on pitcher. I got Dylan Cease, who's more of my guy. Joe Ryan, who's your guy. Michael King, your guy. Woodruff, your guy. Honestly, the last 6 pitchers are more you.
I mean, this is my DNA, is in
this
stuff.
I feel like the pitching staff, but I think I have the upside. It's going to rely a lot on Woodruff and Glass now and how healthy they stay.
Mm-hmm.
But if either of them, does well and pitches a full season, this pitching staff could excel, in my opinion. Joe Ryan, I think, is one of the people in that range that could actually make the next step and be kind of, I don't know if Cy Young worthy, but he could move up a pitcher rank, I think, this year. So we'll see. And he has a little bit of injury risk, so it's something you love. He has a little bad back.
Yeah, that's fine. Pitchers don't need backs to pitch. It's fine.
And on the infield, really, I'm looking again, with the exception of the last guy, they're pretty much all your guys. Now, a lot of it overlaps with me. I like Caminero. I like Zach Nato. I like Bush. And I like Herrera. But the rest of them, and I like Aranda. He hit another home run, I believe, today. And I just think he's a lot more talented than where he's going. He's another one. I don't know if it's just me or if all the lefties, like if they just play against lefties, I'm going to be rich. But there's so many lefties that I just need to play against lefties. And he's another one of them that if he plays, he's good. And he's on Tampa. He's probably not going to play. But still, he did well last year. I think he hit over 300 too, which is kind of wild because he has a lot of power. So, or maybe it was the park. I don't know. And then in the outfield, I went pretty aggressive in the beginning. It's not obviously the weak side of it could be my outfield. I'm going to have to rely on Judge to be an every week scorer here, which if he stays healthy, hopefully is the case. I got some biceps there with Wyatt Langford.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things I did in this is I pushed Caminero up just to kind of be a little bit weird. Because I did it at the turn there. But Buxton, another guy, if he stays healthy. Adele was a part of the stack with Zach Nato. I don't think he's necessarily high on your list, and neither is Doyle, but that was kind of trying to line him up with Goodman. And then, quite honestly, I think, this could be the year that Garrett Mitchell is the key to the yacht. So, and I'm going to label this. If I win it, I will let you, come on and serve me dinner or something.
Yeah, I will be expecting a check in the mail. I just need you to know. Okay. I will be expecting, some monetary compensation for this team. Truth be told, like, this team is really fun. Like, just genuinely, like, I really like the team. Your outfield is extremely fragile, fragile. But this infield is just awesome. And the pitching staff, I think, is just awesome. But again, you're, drafting guys that I've been heavily in on, so it all makes sense. if your outfield stays healthy and Langford turns into that dude and
Yeah.
Judge just does what he does, like you could have like 2 first rounders.
Yeah, if those two guys, if Langford takes a step, I mean, this team could be great.
Yeah.
If these other guys like Mitchell, let's say he just stays healthy, and I get a Mitchell season,
Right.
I mean, this could be a killer team, honestly.
Well,
So,
and your flex score every week is going to come from your infield, like
yeah,
absolutely.
most
So
likely.
you just need, aside from Judges, every single week basically he's going to give you a score. You just need 2 of these other guys to just not suck. So
And that's why I went 6, and that's why I continue to go 6. And sometimes I don't do it all the time, but I have to be tamed because I like to take risk, as you said, and I do a lot of 5 outfield builds.
776 is absolutely my preferred.
Oh, I'm so much overdone on that, but I've started doing
Yeah.
785 a lot.
I'm trying to do some different stuff. I need to grade this as a just like trying to be objective, looking at the team, stripping out what we're trying to do here. This team is better than mine. I think hands down. But then again, you drafted like it was me, so I'm gonna maybe be a little partial because it has a lot of my guys. But I do think, honestly, I think it's constructed better. I definitely think that you executed the let's draft this like Jason, like to perfection. I can only dream of drafting a team like you as well as you did for me. This was a very, very fun team to watch you draft. Let's hit a couple teams real quick. Just I want to see Sam Olson's team. So he did the double aces with an Ohtani share. So his pitching staff is Skeens, Crochet, Sanchez, Trevor Rogers, Matthew Boyd, and Andrew Abbott. Infield is Adames, CJ Abrams, William Contreras, Torkelson, Story, Tovar, Smith, Edwards. And then outfield Ohtani, Nimmo, Stowers, Rafaela, Jung-Hoo Lee, and Matt Wallner. So this is an interesting team. You cannot pay me to draft Xavier Edwards.
Yeah,
now that I've seen Sam Olson do it, I'm like, maybe, but I don't know, man.
Is it even part of a stack? No, it's not.
No, Sam's just like, I'm taking Xavier Edwards. So,
I mean, I think he's kind of I paid attention to him this year, kind of what he's doing. And I think actually he's approaching it a lot like, not exactly, but a lot like if you've seen Ship My Money. He's doing that pitcher thing, which is what kind of opened my eyes up to it. Because Sam, I think he may be the smartest person in the best ball streets for baseball that I respect, outside of you.
Thank you.
But anyways, I just have kind of watched him, and this looks like a Sam build to me. And I'm more, like I said, I focus on structure. I know player takes are one thing, but I don't think I'm going to nail every player take. And that's why I posted my 75 through, and I think I had a couple comments of like, take a stance. And I'm like, why? It's all about structure.
Yeah.
To me.
I personally, I don't like to be over 30% on any one player.
But I'm like 25 is where I'm maxed.
Yeah. And 25. Pitchers, honestly, with pitchers, I don't like being over like 20, 25 if I can avoid it by the time it's all said and done. I want to spread out, diversify, and hope I get one team that gets lucky. Yeah. Let's look at K. Yuan's real quick. He was nice enough to hang out with us tonight. So he did an 866 with DeGrom, Pavetta, Lodolo, Snell, Horton Cole, Ryan Nelson, and Cade Cavalli, old Nationals pitcher.
It's not a bad 8-pitcher build, just to go back up real quick. But you got DeGrom. I'm not a big fan of Pavetta this year. I love Lodolo. Blake Snell is kind of one of those. I mean, if he pitches all year long, he will, he'll be a smash. Jarrett Cole, he's dangerous. He's not coming back till later. But if he comes back to form and some fruition, he'd be great. Cade Horton, people are thinking he can take the next step. I'm a little suspect, but he did 8 pitchers, and he's got those 2 at the end that I think, could possibly take that next step, but he's given himself some room there. So it'll be interesting to see what he did in the infield and outfield, though.
Yeah, the infield is Witt, Harper, Connor Griffin, Sal Stewart, Drake Baldwin, and Kevin McGonigal.
So he went young.
There's a
ton of upside and there's a ton of downside. It's a mixture of the two. And I think you
legitimately for the first month of the season, he may have 4 infielders.
I think that's very possible. And Connor Griffin's the one I worry about more. I know that he's the one going higher, and I just don't trust the Pirates.
No, I don't either.
But
Not one bit.
I also
That would
love
be,
the Drake Baldwin pick, and he got him, right at ADP. But
yeah.
like I said, I think Drake Baldwin needs to move up, and I think we're all going to react to that a little bit.
His outfield is pretty fun. James Wood, Jaron Duran, good Lord. O'Neal Cruz, Mike Trout, Michael Harris, and Dylan Cruz. So definitely got some floor ceiling. I think the hate on Duran is kind of a little crazy, but like the big mystery is if he's not going to play every single day, he's undraftable at 30.
Yeah.
If he is going to play every single day, I think he's perfectly fine, but that's just a big question mark. So.
I don't even know. I'm not a Boston connoisseur. He's King of Kings said, can we check him out? He's in here as well. But real quick on the Boston side, he's number 11. On the side of things, or this is his 11th dinger.
His 11th, yeah.
Yep. But on the Boston side of things, like who, and maybe the chat can help us with this. If Duran only plays against lefties, who benefits? Because they're already saying they want to play Wheeler Abreu against both, and the dude's crushing it. And so, is it one or the other, or is there somebody else involved in this that I'm not thinking of? Because Roman Anthony's going to play.
Yeah.
And then Rafalia is going to play, or however you say his name. I guess maybe he moves to the infield as they thought. If Duran and Abreu both play, is that how it would work?
I mean, roster resources, Jarren Duran not in a platoon. So their bench players are Connor Wong, IKF, Andrew Monasterio, and Masataka Yoshida. So
what does it have, Abreu in a platoon or no?
No, Marcelo Mayer is the only one in a platoon with Monasterio. Okay. So I truly don't know who's gonna take Duran's at bats from him. So I don't know. I'm having a hard time.
It's interesting.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time reconciling that. All right, let's do one more team and then let's get out of here. So King of Kings, 1, 2, 3. Did a 6-7-7 build. This is his 11th dinger. Skubal, Sale, Wheeler, Rodon, Singer, and Peterson with the pitching staff. You're going to really need to ride Skubal and Sale for the first month plus because if Wheeler is fully healthy, like holy smash. Like
I think I saw a click on him real quick. I think he just had his third bullpen session. So, I mean, he's running good on Wheeler.
Yeah, toss his third bullpen session. Yeah. So it's
definitely risky though. I see what he's doing. It's one of those things. He's only on his 11th dinger, but Wheeler Rodon, maybe this could be one where you sub one out for somebody a little bit more reliable.
Right. Yeah.
And you don't have to rely on possibly 4 pitchers for a month or 2.
Yeah, but if he gets the Wheeler thing right, like he's totally fine
for sure. And I'm guessing his hitting is going to be pretty stacked. So
yeah, infield is Marte, Trey Turner, Geraldo Perdomo, Diaz, Jeremy Pena, Nico Horner, and Addison Barger.
I like that. There's nothing to hate.
There's a lot of floor there. Like you're not going to have to worry about having a useful scorer every single week. I just don't know how much ceiling there is necessarily, but
I like it.
I do like it too. It's fun. And then the outfield, Schwarber, PCA, Helio Ramos, TJ Friedel, Sal Frelick, Willie Castro, and Harrison Bader. I mean, I think that's got a decent mix of, a little bit of upside with the first 2 guys, and then a lot of floor after that.
Yeah. I think the last 4 are floor plays. Ramos, maybe he can take a step up. PCA.
Yeah, and he got Frelick. He got a Frelick around late, so I'm not going to be clicking him probably ever. I don't know at that current price, but it doesn't mean I'm right.
No. His infield is very strong. His outfield he needs PCA to show up. And in his pitching, he needs Wheeler to come in.
Yep, it's a fun team. So yeah, that was awesome. Again, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We probably need to get out of here. But again, the Stacking Dingers channel, thank you again to Matt and Billy for allowing Brad and I to do this. We have a ton of fun doing it. We hope you guys have a great time watching the show. We plan on doing at least a couple more before the season starts, which is right around the corner. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, consider becoming a member to support the Stacking Dingers guys. Matt and Billy do some great stuff for the community. Really want to give back to them. So we're going to go ahead and shut it down for the evening. Again, everyone, thank you so much for coming out. For my co-host, Brad, BRD MC3. My name is Jason, aka Woo Woo J Train. We had a great time tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you on the next one. Later, guys.
Jason and Brad drafted dinger, swinging for that big first place. Two clowns chasing their yacht life, trash talk flying all over the place. Jason and Brad drafted dinger, click picks, laughing at the risk. Two fools banking on a boat trip, one shot, two mics, same wish. Their reach was brutal. Yeah, your last pick hurt worse. One eye on the player queue, one eye on the purse. Take the vet, nah, take the rookie. Your board's cooked, your take stink. But if that prize hits their wallet, they'll be waving from the deck with a drink. Cheers. Jason and Brad drafted dinger, swinging for that big first place. Two clowns chasing their yacht life, trash talk flying all over the place. Jason and Brad drafted dinger, click picks, laughing at the